One of the primary things that we believe as Christians is that Jesus is both fully God and fully man. Not 50% of each, but 100% God, 100% man, which is a pretty mind-blowing thought, actually, because how does that actually play out in his life? Well, I think one of the best ways that we see this in the Bible is that when Jesus was about 12 years old, he went to the temple. And as he was talking to the teachers at the temple, he was asking them questions and he was astounding them. He was impressing even the people who knew the very most about the Bible, the Old Testament Bible, the scriptures. So we see Jesus growing like a man would do, and yet we also see the wisdom, the absolute mind-shattering wisdom of God. So this is so mind-boggling to me because, one, Jesus did have to learn things, and yet two, Jesus knew all things. Which kind of makes sense in a way, because that's kind of how we all learn some things, at least. For example, when you see a circle, even before you know the word circle, you can recognize that it's round. No one really has to teach you that a circle is round. And yet you do need to learn that there's something called a circle. Now, this is a bad illustration because I'm sure it's not exactly like this, right? And yet I think at least part of the concept is true of Jesus. Jesus, being God, knew everything. He had all wisdom. He was perfect in knowledge. And yet, as a man, he did have to learn. His brain had to develop. But it was almost like he was developing not into something entirely different, but he was developing into who he already was. Do I have this all figured out? Absolutely not. And probably what I've said already is probably wrong. And yet I'm just trying to talk about and fathom this mystery, how Jesus could be fully God and fully man. We'll never figure it out. So I think my devotion today is just be in awe. Be in awe of Jesus. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow.